What's up, world? It's your girl T Fizzle. Okay, so shout out to Rebel Flow and shout out to Devin. They had wanted me to do a story on the whole Freddy E situation. And if you guys don't know who Freddy E is, he was an up-and-coming rapper from Seattle, and he was signed with Tyga of Young Money. And basically, he has a YouTube channel called Jerk TV. He also had a ton of followers on Twitter. You know, a lot of people really liked his work. And he was funny, charismatic, and really, really handsome. And on January 5th, he took to Twitter. He sent out a bunch of cryptic tweets. And basically ended up taking his life. So I'm going to go ahead and play you guys a news report really quick, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Cause the message, you ignore the signs. 22-year-old rapper Freddy E was found dead inside a Seattle area apartment this past weekend. Born Frederick Eugene Bull, he had been signed to rapper Tyga's recording label, and he also had a popular YouTube page called Jerk TV.
You wanna take it there? Cause I'm about to go off the wall.
Medical examiners believe he died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Freddy E apparently live-tweeted during the moments before his death. His final post, "I'm sorry." The news comes just 2 weeks after another young rapper, Capital Steez, is said to also have committed suicide just after posting on Twitter. Ken Lombardi, CBS News.
Okay, so you guys just saw the news reports, and the whole situation to me is just really, really sad. You know, for any young person to feel like they have no other way out than to take their life. And then the way, you know, he posted everything on Twitter and was the things that he was saying, you know, just really sad. And then I even saw a picture of him where he had a gun to his head. I don't know if he had posted that on Twitter as well, but I heard he had posted that on Facebook. I don't know if he had posted that earlier that day. But just to see the pain in his face, and, you know, you could just tell he was going through a lot of things. What bothers me about this situation is that a lot of people are blaming his ex-girlfriend, Honey Cocaine. And Honey Cocaine is some chick in Canada. She's signed to Young Money as well. She's a rapper. And basically they recently broke up. And he had been letting it known on Facebook and Twitter about how hurt he was about the situation and about the breakup. So a lot of people, a lot of his fans put two and two together, and they come to the conclusion that he killed himself because of Honey Cocaine. And, you know, they went on Twitter, they attacked her, they called her a murderer, Cat Stack started a bunch of shit. You know, and I just think that the situation, while it's very sad, I don't think it's okay to blame somebody else for somebody else's suicide. Honey Cocaine, she ended up responding to all the negative comments and all the harassment that she had been receiving. I'm going to go ahead and post you guys the comment that she posted on Twitter. So you guys just read her comment, and you know, a lot of people are saying that she just, you know, she's just too nonchalant. She doesn't seem like she's mourning him. She's talking about her video shoot. She's posting videos and fan messages instead of mourning her ex-boyfriend. But again, you can't tell somebody how to grieve. That might be her way of grieving, and, you know, and maybe she might just be to the point where she just doesn't know what to think. She might still be numb. But what I will say is that no one can speculate and say exactly what it was that took this young man's life or why he chose to kill himself. I don't believe that it was just behind his girlfriend. Him breaking up with her might have been a small part of it, but usually when people finally come to the conclusion that they want to kill themselves, it's a bunch of things that have been going on in their lives that's taken them to that point where they want to take their lives. It's just not one thing. And then let's not forget, you know, there's mental illness. You know, some people suffer from that quietly, and they don't know how to speak on it. They don't know where to go to get treatment. So I think to say that he just killed himself because of a girl breaking up with him, I don't think that's fair. A lot of unfavorable events can lead people to feeling like the only way that they have out is suicide. You know, and I just want to point this out to people as well, is that so many times people see people on YouTube and on TV and, you know, these celebrities, and people look at them and they want to live their lives vicariously through them, and they put them on such a pedestal. But this story goes to show you that everything that glitters isn't gold. This man was handsome. He had a nice body. He was charismatic. He was funny. You know, he was about to be, you know, he was just signed to a major label. He had all types of followers, fans. And that still didn't make him happy. he was still going through so much that he felt the need to take his life. So that's why I say you should never mirror your life after anybody else. You should never assume that somebody else's life is perfect. You should never be jealous of anybody because you don't know what trials and tribulations they've gone through to get to the point that they're at. So my thing is this, I think at the end of the day, I feel really sorry for this young man. I'm sad that he felt that that was the only way that he had to go, was to take his life. There's also another rapper that killed himself a few days ago as well. I believe he was in Atlanta, I forget. But he also took his life, and that's sad. You know, and it's sad that people are taking a social network to basically release their pain and telling people that they're going to kill themselves, and they end up doing it. You know, like I always said, even with the young girls who had took their lives, like Amanda Todd, I don't want it to be a situation where you have a bunch of copycats. We have a bunch of kids saying that it's okay for them to tweet about, you know, suicide, and then they turn around and they kill themselves. I just hope that people take this as a lesson and not as a way to be a martyr, or a way to be cool, or a way to be, you know, or a way to get seen on the internet. And I'm not saying that that's what he did, but again, it was so public, you know, everything was so public that I just don't want kids to copycat this and think that this is okay. I think that if you're having bouts of depression, if you're having thoughts of suicide, you definitely need to reach out for help. You need to talk to somebody, talk to a parent, talk to somebody that you know and you trust. You know, but I think to blame one person for another person's suicide is wrong. Because at the end of the day, that person chose to take their life. You know, she may have been a factor, but she didn't pull the trigger. You know, so I just think the entire situation is unfortunate. You know, 2 young people's lives are affected. His family's lives are affected. His fans' lives are affected. So anyways, go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the entire situation. Do you feel like Honey Cocaine is to blame? Or do you feel like it's another situation of everything that glitters isn't gold? All right, leave a comment. Deuces.